Hey everyone, this is the Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda Bob Ryan guys with another gameplay commentary, but this time I am joined by TimeEnforcer Anubis from She's Lost Control.net and Ayashike.moe. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Anubis, me and you decided to do the Amagami challenge, and tell us a little bit about that real quick.
Okay, so the Amagami challenge is sort of it's a self-imposed self-improvement challenge. The goal is get a girlfriend or boyfriend by Christmas Eve of that year. And basically what it's trying to do is get geeks to get out there, start and clean themselves up, bring themselves up to the level where they feel like they can go and approach someone of the opposite sex or the same sex, what have you, and form a relationship with another human being.
Yep, and do know people that this is definitely a serious thing, that no bullshit. You have to be in a relationship, not like one of those random hookups or Netflix and chill sessions, don't you? It has to be an actual relationship, and this is the benefit the geeks and the nerds who want to see what's out there, you know?
Bingo.
So, as such, Christmas Eve has already passed, and what was it for those who missed out, who lost the challenge?
The punishment, quote unquote, if you fail, is that you must spend however long you want on a park bench contemplating your failure.
Well, sadly, due to our very busy schedules, I had work on Christmas Eve myself, and I'm sure you did too.
Yeah.
So we weren't able to sit down at the park bench and contemplate the time we need to. So,
To be fair, I don't think you're supposed to sit down on the park bench on Christmas Eve. Like, you just, at a certain point in time, whenever you want, just sit down on the park bench.
yeah, but either way, so we're going to be doing it here for Anubis, and myself. So, Anubis, let's start off with you. Did you fail or win?
Yeah, I failed.
And for me, I failed. I am single as I can be. And, well, let's hit it off. What happened?
Uh, Not much. I mean, I met a couple people, but it didn't really work out that way, which is fair. And to be fair, there was a whole lot going on for me in the last quarter of this year, so I didn't necessarily have time to go out and meet people like all that, because I'd launched a Yashike back in, what was it, May or June. I'm trying to bring up She's Lost Control Media into like an actual media company. I'm doing product development now, so I'm trying to actually make products. So there's a lot going on, and I don't necessarily have the time to be going out, be doing all that stuff. So to a certain extent, part of the entire self-development, self-improvement kind of thing is what stopped me from actually succeeding.
Yeah, I definitely hear you. For me, I've had a few relationships within the year, and my last one, I think we broke up in November, but we were only dating for a month. It was just we were two different people. There wasn't enough time between us. Like our schedules are already bad enough as it is, and it was just yeah. I've had other relationships too, which again, it's just one of those things. It's like you're trying to never, like, you have the person you want to date in mind, but what ends up happening is sometimes you tend to go below your you date less than what you want. Like,
Is settle?
you settle for less. There we go. And by all means, the women I've dated weren't necessarily, the only aspects really for settling for less is that I want to date a geek. I have to date a geek. I have to date a nerd. I am knee deep in this geeky shit where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, I think you and I are the same in that respect,
Yeah.
where it's to the point where, on, for me at the very least, it's to the point where this is something I want to turn into a career of sorts. So I I can't disengage from it to the level where some people might prefer I disengage to. But
Yeah, and to me, it's like this is such a passionate hobby for me. Where if you tell me to stop, or if you expect me to slow down, I might slow down a little bit, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going. The train, the train already left the station. It's not gonna end. Like,
exactly.
and around here where we live, it's not really a geeky area because we're in a more country suburban area. Like, we got one part of people who live normally, another part who wish were like they want to be rappers and shit, and another part was a lot of country folk. There's no real room for geeks. They're out there though, in pockets here and there, but it's just not too widespread like, let's say, a more developed area like a city or a city side thing.
Exactly.
And meeting locations and stuff are very limited. It's basically when you want to really legitimately want to find a geek, you have to really drive sometimes to go out there. Like the local comic book store in the town that we live right near closed down, and the nearest one is kind of out of our way. And there are other ones that popped up too, but it's always seemed to be out of our way.
Yeah.
And it's not like we want to go there and we set up a camp. We're camping for a girl to come by. It's just I rather see what happens. It's just the places I want to go I can't because it's too far, and I have a busy schedule. I work.
That's real talk. Like I am a great deal more busy than I was even a year ago.
like I'll be honest. Like my work schedule right now, like I'm like my vacation days I'm saving up for the convention trips and events, and the sick time. I try to be very sparingly with it, and it's just I basically have to do it on my day off, and even then I'm doing overtime, which is even worse. But like if I want to go out on a date, I'll lessen it a little bit, to see what happens. But just scheduling is a major consideration. Because that's how me and my ex-girlfriend last, we just had two really bad schedules. We only got to see each other for like 30 minutes at a time each week, at best. Yeah, that ain't viable.
Yeah, that wouldn't work for me.
No, like, and the thing is, it's just, that's, my other girlfriend I dated, she was pretty cool. She was good, and, when I broke up with her, and I kind of felt bad because it's kind of like, oh shit, what have I done moment. But she already found someone, and it's not like I can go back. I done what I did. I broke up with her, and I gotta sometimes you gotta stick with your choices because there's no going back.
Yep.
And she had potential, but again, it's just we all make mistakes. We all have our screw ups. It's gonna happen. We're gonna break up with someone that we didn't think was good, but turned out they were probably one of the best things for you.
Yep.
And as such, right now I'm doing almost like a policy of sorts to only date geeky women because I feel like I can connect with them a hell of a lot easier than some of these other women out there. Is because it's just if they're passionate about it too, I'm passionate about it, and that's a really good common ground to go on.
Here's what I find. And the reason I'm real big on I gotta date someone who's into something. If they have that capacity to be passionate about some fandom or whatnot, then they have that capacity to be passionate about the relationship. So like it's not even that they're a geek, but which is a huge plus to me. But it's that it shows that they can get passionate about something, which shows me that when it comes to the relationship, that the capacity is there.
Yeah, passion-wise, if they're passionate about something too, which is great because hopefully they can understand our passion.
Bingo.
But when they don't understand our passion, or when they think our passion is immature, annoying, time-consuming, then you get...
That's a problem.
Again, folks, dating when you think of dating, you think, oh, something really casual. Like, no, to other people, it takes time, effort, money,
Yeah.
and people are like, oh, it's just me. Like, I could be using that for something else. You know that, right? Like gas money and shit. Yeah, and it's weird. Like, I've even tried online dating, and I'm single.
Yeah, it hasn't really worked out for me. I've talked to some really cool people. Don't don't want to discount that at all. Talked to some baller ass people online, but hasn't panned out for me yet.
Yeah, the like I when I originally made my profile, it was really fucking geeky. Like it was geeky to the point where you're just swimming in it. And then my friend told me, "Well, why don't you turn it back a little bit?" So I did. And then she's like, "No, you got to turn it back a little bit." I'm like, "Okay." And I ended up turning it back so much where it's like I just referenced that I like video games, anime once, and that's it.
See, I probably wouldn't turn it back that much because you know what? If someone's gonna be turned off by what I'm into for like hobbies and stuff, then it just is not going to work.
That's true too. Like I don't want to not lie to them saying that, "Oh, I like this." No, but in reality, no, I really like this.
Like I don't want someone to be surprised when they find out that I have like 5 figures on pre-order.
Yeah. And or what for me if I buy like 200 like I bought my headset was $200, it'd be like $200, yeah, but it's a really fucking good gaming
Yeah,
headset.
exactly.
And then like you don't
Someone
want to even think
and
what I'm
like
gonna be buying next.
it's like even it's less even that you want someone who can deal with that, but someone who understands that.
Yeah, to me it's just dating's tough.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard on us. My dating tips I release, it's tough. It is tough. You go in expecting. I made it like to make it easier. I went like my mindset is going expecting like I'm gonna fail anyways.
Right.
So there's like if something happens, wow, okay, I didn't expect that. Like I'm gonna go in and see what happens, but in my mind I'm gonna be like, what? I'm not gonna be all upset if it didn't work out. That's what I mean. Like go in expecting like you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
Because if you do, it's no problem. There's other women out there. There might be another shot, but to me, it's like I'm gonna treat this like a good date, see how it goes, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. There's no need to cry over it, whine about it. It just happens.
Yep.
So as such, Anubis, any ladies out there that even like that it has a possibility?
Maybe, but I don't want to speculate.
Gotcha. I hear you. For me, I don't even know at this point. I'm more unknown than anything right now. So as such, since this new year is basically over, when does the Amagami challenge start back up again?
I would assume as soon as the new year begins.
So basically, for those of you wanting to do this, and again, this is legitimate, and we make monthly to bi-monthly updates on our progress, and you can too. Feel free. You can visit the website. Anubis made a subreddit. So if you are a Redditor, you can go on there, subscribe to the subreddit, and talk about experiences with it, give each other tips, updates, all that. So you can see us there. And anything else you want to add in?
Not really. I just encourage other people to take on the challenge.
Yeah, same here. It's definitely a great challenge. It helps get our fellow geeks out of their comfort zone, out of their shy shells, and see the world out there.
Yep.
Because who knows? Maybe the next person they meet that they give a little time and effort, maybe it's the one. But, that's for another time, I guess. So, as such, Anubis, any last words you want to say out there?
Highly recommend people even give it a try.
Yeah. For me, yeah, just give it a try. If you're single, if you're interested, give it a try. At the start of the next year, start the Amagami Challenge. And if you manage to have a relationship by Christmas Eve, congratulations. No matter what, you're awesome. If you fail, no worries. We're here with you. So next year, we're all going to be right here, side by side, trying to achieve the goal again. So we'll help each other out. So, as such, Anubis, thank you again for coming here.
Thanks for having me.
And don't forget, folks, to check out his websites of she'slostcontrol.net, ayashike.moe, and the subreddit for the Amagami Challenge will be linked down below. As for myself, post down in the comment box if you also joined the Amagami Challenge yourself and what were your experiences with it this year, and if you plan on doing it next year if you failed. Other than that, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and this is the Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog. So remember, stay geeky, my friends.